Surprise, surprise. The king is back. Whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa, 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 whoa. Oh yeah, oh yeah, Whoa, oh, 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 oh. Welcome to the Lunchtime Live, guys. Rogan said Mozar won round 1 and 2. Wow. Wow. Really? He scored a 50-45, Mozar? 49-40 fucking 5? Holy shit. What's good, everybody? Hope you guys are well. Welcome to the show. It's a Monday stream. Excited to chop it up and hang out for a little while. You guys know it's a chill vibe on a Monday, per usual. Per usual. 1:40 a.m. in Cambodia. Hey, what's up, Fernando? Up late, man. For you, it's a late night live. What could be next for Curtis Campbell? I don't know, some bum. Man, we see these questionable decisions weekly now, basically. It's crazy how many people, though, were so ready to say that, like, definitely Mozar won that fight. I'm really confused by that. 50-45 Mozar, not even close. Are you saying that's not even close to the right card or saying that's where you scored it? You gave Mozar 1, 3, 4, 5? Damn, son. 47-47. I think 47-47 is fair. I scored it for Lerone. I scored it 48-46 Lerone. I thought Mozart lost 1, 2, and 3. You gave Mozart 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Did you write that scorecard before the fight? It's so interesting to see, like, this is the issue with MMA, right? Because it's all interpretation. It's all interpretation, man. That's the truth. I think Lerone Murphy won. Some people think it was a draw. Some people think Mozart won. It's all interpretation, you know? And at the end of the day, the winner was Mozart, regardless of, you know, how I felt about the decision or I disagreed. The scorecard went to Mozart. What I thought was impressive was Mozart round 4 and 5. Mozart wrestling late was nasty, but I was thinking to myself this. I was like, why the hell didn't he wrestle like that earlier in the fight? Like, can you imagine? He starts wrestling in the second round? Probably getting the fight more clearly. He made it harder for himself. Like, I think that at the end of the fight, it looked like, all right, Mozar's the guy, you know? But regardless, I thought he had lost the decision or at least drawed, right? So it's like weird because Mozart, at the end of the fight, when you had that 5th round, it's like, okay, the better guy feels like Mozart, but it's not a 1-round score all fight. You know, it's not scored as a whole. I like how people will claim this fighter evidently won when everyone is arguing about who won and has a different answer. Yeah, I'm going to be more on the side of like it's all up to the interpretation. I should probably go back and rewatch, but I've been focused on UFC Seattle all yesterday. That's why I have not yet. But I will soon. Oh, 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 oh. Big J. Big J. Big J. Mozart want to save his gas tank, but I think he could have kept up that pace from 3, 4, 5. Juicy J, Savage Doglock, 3-1 underdog is nuts as someone who has 5 losses outside of the UFC. You know what's wild, bro? I'm looking at the comments of my video, and I'm looking at people be hyping up Lion Douglas like crazy. He's gonna chin Juicy J. Blah, blah, blah. I'm like, damn, bro. Are we not gonna put respect on his name for how good he looked against fucking Melky Costa, one of the best guys in the weight class? You know, Lerone Murphy showed out, though. I'm going to say this. Lerone Murphy early, I thought he looked really good. Definitely proved his elite caliber. I felt great about the pick at the end. I was like, damn, that pick was fucking money. But ultimately, took an L. When I heard the scorecards, though, I thought Lerone had won. I really did. Lerone and Mozar both look like they got nothing for Volk. Dude, I was thinking the same thing. I was like, I don't think these guys are beating Volkanovski. What's up, Tom Tanaka? Mozar is good at winning end the rounds. Who you picking, Useless, between Mozar and Volkanovski? Murphy was the live favorite up until the decision was read. I thought he had won. I really did. You're a grappler. You got outstruck, tried to implement the grappling, and dude was popping back to his feet and separating, creating distance almost immediately. I thought Lerone Murphy had took the fight. I'll tell you guys, but irrelevant because he lost the decision. Now we have to look forth to the next. We have to look forth to the big fight, the championship fight. Why am I fading Team Cub? Bro, it's more me fading Contender Series guys than fading Team Cub. You think Mozar beats Volk, Useless? Damn, son. You've been a big Mozar fan for a long time. You never know. Every time Islam shot an actual double leg on Volk, he got him down, just couldn't control. I feel like Volk's get up game is there. The issue is, though, his age, right? MVP versus Wonder Boy, fight to make. Yes, but my God. My God. Watch Mozar get a controversial decision against Volk. Lion been tested, unlike Campbell. He got knocked out pretty bad by Isaac Thompson, though. Isaac Thompson fucked him up. Did you watch that fight back, Pick'em? I thought he kind of melted in that one. I feel like Juicy J's kickboxing could work here. Lion hits hard. Like, I'm not blind to the fact he can crack. They're taking points quicker nowadays. Thompson's a good kickboxer, but you think Julian Rosa's not a good kickboxer, though? Pick'em, I know you. I saw you comment. You said you have a lot of different picks. Which ones you got different than me, bro? The Muhammad Naimov should have got points taken for a lot more than that in that fight. I agree. Naimov should have lost that fight. He did do real good against Brito on short notice. MVP versus Sam has to be one of the worst fights of the year. Dude, it reminded me of like Derek Lewis. I know Derek Lewis and Ngannou. I know Rogan said that. Yeah, that fight was terrible. Dude, Nathaniel Wood's a gangster. Nathaniel Wood's a certified gangster, bro. Yeah, MVP versus Sam was terrible. I got to tell you, I struggle to understand why Sam Patterson didn't do what he did in the third round the whole fight. I thought he won the third round. You got Nico Price. Dude, if Nico Price wins, I'll be celebrating. Did you watch my show yesterday? You're picking Simone over Giannis. Giannis overrated. Fernandez over O'Neal. Fernandez over O'Neal, I get. Yusuf over Malik, I get. Lion over Erosa. I actually don't think any of those picks are crazy. Like, you know, Erosa's a big dog. Yusri's a live underdog. Fernandez is jacked Brazilian woman, and O'Neal is sometimes stupid. Giannis, he hasn't fought in a while. Simone might wrestle him up. I bet a lock Belgaroui. Nah, I don't know, bro. I don't know about Belgaroui, bro. Something's telling me Malik is going to do a lot better than Azamat Bakoyev did in wrestling with him. I really was, dude, I was really not impressed by Belgaroui on Contender Series. I can't get that out of my mind. You think Pyfer sub over Izzy's live too, but Izzy should win a fight like this? I think if Pyfer wins, it's going to be kind of like Duplessis. Like he catches him with a big shot into like a back take or some shit. I fully could see it. He smashed Bakoyev, but low key, dog, I think Malik's a better fighter than Bakoyev. Bro, I don't want to see MVP Wonder Boy at all. Yo, Drew Dober, Mason Jones. Please make that fight, UFC. Drew Dober, Mason Jones would be fucking fireworks, bro. Please. The UFC has to make that fight. That's a banger. I guess that's fair. Poetan improved a lot. Maybe I'm tripping on Malik. I don't know. I feel like I couldn't really bring myself confident on either side. Just felt like Malik's wrestling's there. Rock bad by Klein. I get it. The thing is, Bakoyev, though, he had that fucking close-ass decision against Budka, though. Right? Bakoyev, yeah. Against Budka, he looked trash. I think the reason the odds are even, because that's a 50-50. You go on Mansour, ground and pound TKO. Hey, useless. I'm glad that you're seeing him handle it, too. Because I'm really thinking Mansour's wrestling is nasty. Like, Mansour's better than fucking Bakoyev. Bakoyev got T-Rex arms, too, bro. At least Malik got some length. But listen, if Belgaroui fucks up Malik, I'm going to start to believe now. Yes, Danny Silva's a gangster. Yes, Danny Silva's a savage. All respect to Danny Silva. You think Bakoyev's a better grappler than Malik? I don't know, bro. I think Bakoyev's short, bro. I think the length of Malik makes the fight a lot closer. But listen, maybe Belgaroui tunes him up. Julian and Tyrell Fortune, respect. All right, who's picking Tyrell Fortune? Anybody picking Ty Burrow to beat Tyrell? I'm going Tyrell Fortune. I feel like Tyrell Fortune should fucking knock him out. MVP RoboCop would be fire. Honestly, I'm down for that. Hopefully RoboCop chins him. Hopefully he fucking knocks him out. Dude, great pick on Silva, dude. I regretted not picking him. I really did, bro. You know, my blind prediction, I was going Silva, but then I got sold myself on Campbell. Fortune dumb sometimes. Yeah, I get it. The main thing is I'm like, all right, he's more of a primed athlete, you know? I really thought that it was the worst Tybura performance ever against fucking Daliha. He looked terrible. MVP should fight Karate Combat. That's what we need from him. I feel like if the UFC cut MVP, would anybody actually be upset? What could be next for Luke Riley? Feed him more fun fights. Fortune shoots takedowns when he's landing on the feet, like against Vassell. Tulio did handle Yusri in the grappling, right? People forget, bro. Tulio looked good. I mean, he smothered him, but he handled. Austin Lane, Cicada next. Yes, they should do it, but they're not even going to do it in the UFC. I think both are getting cut. They should do that shit in, I don't know, LFA. Bro, Jiannis is garbage. Jiannis is terrible, bro. MVP doesn't even try to be entertaining. That's the part that bothers me. He's unapologetically boring. He's a tapper, bro. But you know what? He pulled off the win. He pulled off the win. Dun, 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 dun. Is Belgaroui that guy? I guess we'll see. Yeah, CLD gets cooked by any grappler. Imagine CLD versus Brendan Allen. I think CLD versus Jared Cannonier is better. Malik's overrated, but he's athletic and can wrestle. I agree. The hype on Malik is not deserved. I was not picking him because of the hype. I'm picking him because of the athletic wrestling. He's the light heavyweight plant, Big J. I guess we'll see. Israel Alak. I feel like Israel Adesanya should beat Joe Pyfer unless he's washed. Like, if he's 80% of his old self, he wins. If he's 80% of his old self, he wins. Bro, even fucking 75. I really think Pyfer, outside of power and athleticism, he doesn't offer anything for Adesanya from skill. Yeah, Navajo's a good pick. I'm excited for him too. I think he gets his first finish in the UFC. Pyfer wrestle? You could try, but he's not that good of a wrestler. I think the takedown defense from Adesanya should hold up. And Adesanya is hard to get a hold of, too. He's got great movement. You think the Pyfer sub is live? That could be a hedge on it if you bet Adesanya, too. When have we recently been offered this sort of money for a fighter with the possibility to win against Adesanya? You got to take the money. So you're saying Adesanya is the bet, or you're saying the other side? Pyfer definitely going to shoot early. And then if he doesn't get him down, he's getting cooked. Dude, I really think Adesanya wins this one. I think this is his get back fight. I'm excited for it, man. I love the matchup. Dude, Grasso is live, bro. I was so torn on my pick of that fight. I feel like it's 50-50. Like, actually, I think, like, value betting wise, it's better off to bet the underdog. But prediction wise, I think Barber probably, like, outgrits her to a split decision. It's one of those annoying calls where it's like, I feel like, you're kind of cooked either way. If you try to bet on Barber, you're betting her at minus money, which just he doesn't deserve. But then on the other side, like, you could get Grasso at plus money as the former champ. That's kind of sick. But it's a coin flip. It's just better value on Grasso. Yeah, exactly, bro. I think Imavov is the best striker in the weight class. I don't think Pyfer is. I'm not sure. Like, if Pyfer fought RoboCop, are we sure he beats RoboCop? I could see RoboCop chinning him. I think Adesanya is getting his get back. Israel Adesanya getting his get back pulls this one off. Honestly, bro, just give me the city kickboxing two-leg. Adesanya and fucking Navajo Sterling. We did both pick Imavov. Dude, because Imavov is an elite boxer with nasty range and really good technicality, whereas Pyfer is the opposite. You just said it beautifully. He telegraphs his hooks, unlike Imavov. Imavov throws everything down the middle. Exactly. How the fuck is Pyfer going to really get to Izzy? Izzy's way better down the center with straights. Pyfer doesn't set anything up. He just swings. Poatan did the UFC a favor moving to heavyweight and relinquishing the belt. They're going to do him a solid return and build up Glover's prospect for them. To be fair, though, he's still at middleweight. Usuri's at middleweight. Yeah, Imavov's so good. To be fair, like, if you look at Izzy's resume, it's like his losses are only to elite guys. Pereira as of recent, and then fucking Strickland, Duplessis, and Imavov. Like, three guys that are right amongst the elites. The number one contender, the former champ, and the former champ. You think Pyfer can get to him if he gets him up against the cages, or we could clip him? Fair. Adesanya losing to Pyfer would kind of be sad, though, because Prime Adesanya is so much better, dude. And Imavov could pose problems for Hamzat, but Hamzat's wrestling is annoying. But they're not going to do that fight. They're not going to do that fight. You want to know why they're not going to do that fight? Simple reason. Dagestan, Chechnya, bro. It's like they don't want to get the rivalry cooking. Yeah, I respect Adesanya fighting the best. They're finally giving him a chance to fight somebody down the ranks. You pick Imavov over Hamzat? Respect. That's fucking badass, bro. I would hope that happens. Yeah, I'm going to go Izzy. Also, with Glover being his head coach, I think he has been working tirelessly on the grappling aspect and takedown defense to catch up to somewhat near the level of his striking. True. No, I bet they are. I just don't think Usuri has the same power and technicality in the stand-up. Like, he's good, but I don't know. He's a little loose. I don't know how to describe it. He's a little slower twitch than Poatan. A little slower twitch with the attacks. What's up, Herb? Little chill Monday stream, bro. It's a vibe. Malik's 6'2", but he does have an 80-inch reach. So, like, comparing it to Bakoyev, we're looking at a very different physique, right? Because All right, with Azamat Bakoyev and Yusri Belgaroui, the wrestling defense was on point for Yusri, but Azamat Bakoyev is 6 feet tall. I think he's 5'10 with a 72-inch reach. And then you look towards the side of Malik, 6'2", but he has an 80-inch reach. He actually has the longer arms. So I think the possibility of him finding the takedown is a lot higher. Excited to watch the fight. It's an intriguing matchup either way. Not gonna lie, AJ, this card, I'm fading you more than I ever have before. I'm nervous to go head to head. Hey, respect, bro. What are some that you're fading me on? Izzy resurgence is necessary, bro. What's your lock city? I'm undecided, dude. I think we need one more Izzy win for the lore and then a retirement. That's fine with me. But dude, if Izzy wins, they're gonna run back one of the fights. Hey, W Midwest Cannabis. What's up, my boy? I feel like it's a good deal on the Adesanya line. Minus 130 for Adesanya is nice. I'm gonna tell you, like, according to odds of probability versus lines, Adesanya is a 2-1 favorite, but he's minus 130. To me, the value is on Adesanya. Pyfer should be a bigger underdog. Betting on Pyfer in this fight just, to me, doesn't feel like a good financial investment. Alexa Grasso, Macy Barber. Barber at minus 170, unfortunately, is an overpriced tag for a 50-50 fight. The value is on Grasso. Granted, that doesn't mean she definitely wins. I think it's a coin flip. I give the edge to the younger fighter in Barber by a little bit. Chiesa and Price, it's minus 525. I mean, he's more of a 3-1 favorite, but yeah, he should win. Julian Erosa, Lahayan Douglas. I actually think this is a lot closer. Plus 220 is pretty damn wide, right? A UFC debut minus 260 versus an OG vet that just went distance with a decent guy last time on the side of Melky Costa at plus 220. I feel like Erosa could be live to surprise with a big height and reach advantage. Mansour Abdul-Malik and Yusri Belgaroui, even money. I feel like that makes sense. It's a pretty even Stevens fight. Terrence McKinney minus 170. It's probably Terrence McKinney first round to bust, so you could bet it like that. Ignacio Bahamondes, 3-1. 3-1 is paying a little extra, but honestly, he's most likely going to win. Chase Hooper versus Lance Gibson makes sense. UFC vet, but the problem is he's a glass jaw. Tybura Fortune, younger guy at minus 130 to Tybura at plus 110. I think there's no upside to betting a guy that seems washed by on the Martian Tybura side. So like minus 130 for Fortune when, you know, if you look at their potential pathways for the career, he's more of a minus 200 favorite. Casey O'Neill, Gabriela Fernandez. I feel like that fight's pretty even. Low value on plus 110 O'Neill because the grappling upside, but ultimately she's fighting a very powerful woman, so she could end up getting cooked. Navo Sterling 6-1 versus Bruno Lopez plus 450. Navo Sterling is a 4-1 favorite all day, but 6-1 is stupid. And then Ricky Simone minus 144, Giannis plus 124. I actually think that's marked properly. Thayanara, Bruno Brazil, minus 620. Thayanara, plus 470. Brazil, again, I think it's like a 3-1 favorite, but you're paying the price. So, yeah, there's a few of these locks on the card that you're paying a hefty price. There is a trash can parlay for this card. Thayanara, Navajo Sterling, and Michael Chiesa is going to be this week's trash can parlay. I'm fading Simone because he lost to Barcelos. I think that's why. Dude, I guess I really like Giannis, man. I still got some faith that Giannis could stop some takedowns and rip some good shots. Damn, Pyfer ITD is only plus 125. Izzy ITD plus 285. Yeah, they are giving Pyfer the finishing upside. I don't know, man. You did pick Barcelos. I remember that. Me and Mike Finch are doing Moneyline tonight, bro. Later on tonight. Belgaroui your lock. Pick him. Not pick him. Sorry, Braden. My God, I misread it. I'm sorry. You guys are right next to each other. Moneyline tonight. I'm excited to see what the Finch man's got. I'm excited to see what he's picking. I'm excited for the Finch man's calls. I'm curious to see where we link up on stuff. Who's the middleweight GOAT? Silva or Izzy? Like Izzy. I'll say Izzy. Hey, respect, Braden. Mason Jones, your lock last week? Great lock. Bro, Nico Price coming on short notice is funny, bro. He don't give a fuck. He's just collecting paychecks. Hey, what's up, Elvato? How you feeling, my boy? I'm just trying to see what this trash can parlay is looking at. So if you play the trash can parlay, Navajo Sterling, Alexia Thayanara, and Michael Chiesa, minus 153. That's the trash can parlay. The trash can parlay has never lost before. So if you're interested in playing a trash can parlay, there you go. Trash can parlay. Trash can parlay. Trash can parlay. I'm going to say Izzy over Silva, yeah. You feel like Giannis overrated? I get it. I get it. I thought he looked pretty good with Marcos, though. Yeah, I don't blame. Listen, I don't blame Nico Price for taking these fights, just getting money. What's the weight update? I was 184.0 today. So that tells me I'll probably be pretty low by the end of the week because I didn't work out over the weekend. So your boy's getting lean, Jay. Grasso versus Barber, probably a boring decision. I hope it's actually a good fight. Juicy J going to submit Douglas. Just wait on it. I think it's live. Barbosa and McKinney, both round one parlay. Oh, they took Barbosa off this card, I think. Yeah. But I do think round one McKinney makes sense. You think Erosa getting his head spun 360? Dude, Lahian Douglas got hands for sure, and he's at a good gym, but I don't know, bro. It ain't over for Juicy J yet. I'm gonna give him a chance. I'm gonna give him a chance, bro. What was I going through the last PropAholics show? I seen pissed. I was only pissed for the early fights tonight. Dude, the ESPN app is out of date. Yeah, that fight got canceled, bro. Just go on Tapology. Lion moving different. You're right. Listen, he looked good. I don't think he's a bad prospect. I like him. It's just I am fading Contender Series winners against veterans a lot of the time. It's just how it has to be. You guys see McGregor's in talks for his UFC return? You see that? McGregor UFC return. Paddy Pimblett versus McGregor. Why do anything else? Pimblett, McGregor. Fuck it. Damn, Brain. I'm sorry about your boy Campbell, bro. I know you were a Campbell's witness. Dude, if Nico Price beats Chiesa, I would be happy. Connor Holloway would be fire. I'd be down for that rematch. I do think Campbell can get a few wins. His grappling ain't terrible, but he needs to work on his cardio management. Agreed. Agreed. Another great dog lock. Thank you, bro. Thank you for the love on Nathaniel Wood. Parlay isn't as bad. Nice running up on basketball. Look at you, bro. You're making your bread, homie. Campbell, Jones, Riley. Hey, you know what, bro? The fucking Jones and Riley calls with money. Mason Jones is a G. Axel Sola's pretty good. It's just Mason Jones is a different animal. Dustin comes out of retirement for the 4th fight. I wouldn't even be fucking surprised. Since they fumbled the bag on the Diaz trilogy, people don't realize a couple punches and Patterson wins. Patterson just fought stupid the first 2 rounds. He won the 3rd round, but he did nothing from the outside in the first 2. I like Izzy here, but that last fight scares me. Izzy doesn't have the same grit when he gets tough anymore. I fucking hope he wins, man. He doesn't have that same thunder. You're right. Hey, what's up, AK Outdoors? W at work, man. Jeremy Stevens can crack, though. Get Mason Jones on the ropes. Mason Jones still beat his ass, though. Dude, Baranowski Kutelaba next. He's ready. Yeah, I think Izzy's straight bet is good. Izzy's straight bet is nice, bro. Izzy's straight bet makes a lot of sense. Just Izzy straight and call it a fucking day. What's the headache necessary, you know? Fuck it. Mason Jones is a gritty motherfucker, too. Yeah, Lopez is trash. I think Navajo wins. Honestly, bro, I might just go Navajo KO in this one. Let's see. Is it out? Nope. They don't have it out yet. But Navajo KO makes sense to me. From work, tapping in. You heard, what's up, Christian Ambi Ibara? Tapping in at work, bro. He's doing it different. You understand? MVP and Patterson scammed the UFC, though. So he made an agreement to never fight each other for real. Dude, they really didn't fight each other. It was such a terrible fight. Should both be cut. I don't want to see that shit. Boom, 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 boom. I'm not donating in a Navajo pick anymore for finish. I get it. But, bro, Glassjaw Lopez, I think Navajo can chin him. Hey, WKZ, bro. That was his best pick ever. KZ, the mystic motherfucking Mac Z. That was a sparring match. No, it was fucking awful, dude. Nate the Train versus Mason Jones. War. Nate the Train's fighting Cub Swanson. Ignacio and Douglas a lock. I know a lot of people like Douglas. I don't know. Maybe I'm fucking delusional, bro. But I think Mr. Sneaky Hands Erosa is live to shock. He might get chin. Lion Douglas by KO could also be the hedge for it. Lion Douglas by KO. What's the line? Oh my God, it's minus 145. Forget that. Forget that I said that. Hey, W. Justin Rice, thank you for $19.99. Who cares? I'm rich now. Rich only get richer. Let's keep this train a rolling. Hey, W. Justin Rice, thank you for $19.99. Congrats on making a shitload of money over the past 2 cards, bro. You're living lavishly now. Your life is different. I'm happy for you, bro. Thank you for the $20 dono, rich boy. Rich boy. Thank you, bro. I appreciate you. Hamzat and Waldo versus Strickland and Volkov in a street fight. Shit, I might go Hamzat and Waldo. I have Hamzat fight Volkov and Waldo fight Strickland, bro. Hamzat's taking Volkov down at will. And Waldo's too big for Strickland, I think. Lion Douglas and Rose doesn't start round 3 is a good parlay piece. I think if you're on either side, I respect that call. Yeah, that is the guy that won 189K. Yeah. They call him the money man. They call him the money man. Big bands. The money man. Big bands, the money man. Hey, AJ, UFC judges Rob Murphy. Now I'm in a cardboard box. It's cold out here in Raiden. I'm sorry, bro. Hopefully you can get yourself a motherfucking umbrella or something. You said Mozar 49-46 last week. You did say that, Pick'em. W on the proper rig scorecard. Were you involved with the rigging of that decision? Is there any media today? New Wednesdays. UFC does media day every Wednesday. Today you have Big J media and you have Moneyline tonight. That should be your primary focus of all things MMA. It's me right now and me and the Finch man later tonight. That's it. That's the only way to spin things, bro. That's the only way, Jay. Hey, thank you for 1999, Justin Rice, Mr. Generosity himself, bro. AKA Moneybags Farm on Izzy. Oh shit. Oh shit. I like the Izzy bet, to be honest, bro. I like the Izzy bet. Izzy Dubsky, give me it at minus 130, bro. I might do that too, to be honest. That might just be the way to run it. We back on top this week. To be fair, bro, the Lock City parlay hit last week. So, like, I'm riding high off the Lock City parlay. That's my winnings, bro. I be catching dubs on Lock City parlay consistently, man. The Lock City parlay is my shit. Lock City parlay J. To give John Silver the title shot of Mozart, retire from watching the sport. I actually agree, bro. I'd be pissed off at that. That's stupid to me. This week doesn't seem so easy, honestly, despite me being down bad from these easy ones. Bro, sometimes the weeks are easy, sometimes the weeks are hard. But you know what I'll tell you, bro? You can always win. You can always pull something off, man. The company's now DEI company. It's not about the best fighting the best anymore. It's about representation. Representation. Look around. A lot of the guys are from the Caucasus region. The UFC doesn't want that. But I still think Mozar should get the shot regardless because we want to see the elites. So what are we thinking, chat? Who's running it up with Adesanya, bro? Yo, if listen, bro, I'll be honest. If we hear Gene Silva versus fucking Volkanovski, I expect to see a pick'em. This isn't me anymore video. He'll only be covering PFL, BKFC, boxing, occasional rising cards. Why the fuck does PFL go on Saturday, bro? I don't even understand that in the slightest bit. So stupid. Why the fuck didn't they just go Friday night? Like a normal B league does. I don't know. They just like refuse to accept that they're the B leagues. They're like, no, we are the UFC's co-lead. I'm like, okay, you're the co-lead. Well, why is it that nobody is going to watch you and instead going to watch the UFC? Vios is coming for everybody, bro. Honestly, bro, PFL Sunday is a way better idea. You cashed out because of biased commentary, bro. Don't do that. Think Campbell got hit by a car fight week? Yeah, he did get hit by a car. It was the fucking Toyota fucking Camry fist of Danny Silva, bro. He did. Pathetic fight league equals PFL. Agreed. PFL's fucking. I'm not a PFL guy. I refuse to be. Chat, make sure you guys hit the like button. I'm seeing we're approaching the 40-minute mark on the stream. Bless your boy with the like ski, man. Smash the button for me. Which way am I leaning? Yuri versus Holberg? I lean towards Yuri in a messy fight. If it's like a really clean fight, it's Olberg. But if it turns into a bit more of like a barn burner, of course I'm going live for the Netflix card. I'll be live for the UFC card and the Netflix card at the same time. I'll be doing the Double Trouble Fight Companion. And I even got to do the fucking Double Trouble recap show. What's a non-title fight that you really want to see? Mario Batista, Peyton Talbot. I want to see Mario Batista, Corey Sandhagen. I want to see the rematch. Rooting for Yuri. I think Yuri can win. I think Yuri can win. Sure, bro. What's up, Bavar? Sure. I'm chilling, dog. Bro, Vieos Taporia would go hard, but Taporia is up at 55 now. Bring back worst case scenario, AJ. I will bring it back for the fucking pay-per-views that actually carry some weight, bro. The reason, dude, let's be honest here. There was no worst case scenario option for 326 or 325. That's why I didn't do the video. 324 there was. And 327, 328, and Freedom 250, I'm probably going to do a worst case scenario videos. But I'm not going to waste my time doing them for cards that I just don't really see fit, you know? It's impressive how Mozar was able to compete in the striking for sure. I think he should have grappled earlier, bro. Then it would have been a clear decision and not controversial. Yeah, that's why I haven't done them, Jacob. So if you guys wonder, like, yo, AJ, where's the worst case scenario video? Dude, I just haven't seen fit for them on those past 2 numbered events. When I do, I'll do them. I like that video. I think I always, every time there's a numbered event, I think, is there a worst case scenario for this one? No. I'll definitely do one for Freedom 250. Bum, 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 bum. You guys think Evloev won round 1 off the front kick? I thought he lost, bro. I'll go rewatch after this stream. I'll just put it on. I feel like Mozar should have shot in the second round, bro. Because when he shot, he got him down, you know? He was worried about gassing too much. There was no reason to worry. Pyfer will lose. He got outstruck by Hermanson. Agreed. I think Pyfer is a bit of the industry plant on the card. You thought it should have been a draw? I think draw is fair. Of course, it's worrisome when everyone's on Izzy this week. Makes you shit your pants, bro. It's like, oh my God. What do I got for the White House card? I mean, I don't know yet. Gaethje Miracle head kick is crazy. I don't think Gaethje wins. I think Topuria cooks Gaethje easily. I think that fight looks like a complete mismatch, dude. I agree. PFL on a Friday or even a Wednesday or even a motherfucking Thursday. But dude, they just don't have the brains behind the operation to understand. You have to give leeway to the UFC and recognize your goal is not to compete with the UFC. Your goal is to give other options for fun fights to fans. Hey, Justin Rice, thank you for 199. Listen, Linda, listen. It's just stupid, bro. When they say co-lead, it's irrelevant. They should be like, you know what? We're going to fucking make fun cards on Fridays. We're going to make fun cards on Sunday. And then people will actually tune in, you know? It's like, oh yeah, PFL's on. Let's watch it. But UFC fans are going to say, huh, am I going to watch the B League or am I going to watch the fucking UFC? It doesn't make any sense to compete. It's a very small percentage of MMA fans that favor PFL over the UFC. I don't know any. I don't know anybody. I don't know anybody, bro. People think Bo Nickel's back because he knocked out the BJJ nerd Vieira. I think not. Bro, Kyle Dawkins' hands are definitely there. Can you imagine Kyle Dawkins fucking chokes him out? That'd be lit. I mean, Dawkins does everything good. He kickboxes nicely. He grapples nicely. Like, what's not to like? If Justin pulls it off, it'll go down in the history books. It'll never be forgotten. But I just don't think he will. I just don't see it. On a road trip to Washington, show a vid that Luke Thomas did in front of the White House where they're planning on hosting the building, the venue. I'm going to pass on the road trip. But Luke Thomas already did it. Why I got to do it? Garcia, Dawkins, Rufy, Alex, Taporia. Honestly, bro, those picks seem pretty money. Yeah, Dawkins sleeping Michelle Per in a minute is impressive as fuck. That's funny. Live Dogs MMA. You kind of bummed Van versus Tyrus in Miami, not Japan, but there's no Japan card coming up. I think they might be doing one at the end of the year, but they both can get a fight in Japan. They can both be on the card, just not against one another. That's fine. 10 units on Izzy. They're giving us a gift here. I really think the value's Izzy. The problem is Izzy washed. Izzy washed. Izzy washed. He is. Well, that bet is fucked. He's not, though. Yeah, bro. That's cash. Then that's big cash, bro. What do you guys like? Chase Hooper, Lance Gibson? Who you picking? Chase Hooper or Lance? Chase Hooper feels like a lock here. Right? But it's Chase Hooper, though. But he should win. Chase Hooper, Lance Gibson. Who you got? Hooper, but doesn't feel great. You go baby chin Chase. We got Chase. Neither. Even if you washed, Pyfer loses. How am I the only one seeing that Pyfer completely sucks? Dude, I just don't think Pyfer's all that either. Exactly. Yeah, Chase. I feel like going back to the DDP Izzy fight, he gave up his back too easily in round 2 and almost got subbed. DDP rushed and lost position. The second time he got rocked and dragged down. That's true. Think Joe's going to sub Izzy? I know some folks like it. Gibson is a can crusher. I'm convinced Gibson doesn't have a violent bone in his fucking body, and he's a professional fighter. It's funny. Dude, I think Chase Hooper's a lot. All right, what do you guys like? Bajo Mundez, Tafik Musayev. What are we thinking? Bajo Mundez or Tafik? What do the people like? It is Izzy's last chance to shine. You think Kyle Nelson being slept on this week? Bro, just bet Kyle Nelson after round fucking 1. Kyle Nelson round 2. Or even, honestly, Kyle Nelson might win over half a round. I just like McKinney's explosiveness, bro. McKinney round 1 is the only way, though. UFC Winnipeg's next month. If Izzy does lose, he's done. Only Steve Garcia finished him around when he landed some back of the head elbows. True. Bajo Mundez. Bro, is the Lock City parlay Bajo Mundez and fucking Chase Hooper? Is that really the parlay of the week? Because I'm like, all right, I like Navajo, but he's 6-1. You can't make money on it. Yeah, I heard Wes Watson's in jail. Yeah, McKinney has better BJJ and early power. It's either McKinney early or Nelson after. We love the back of the head elbows. They should be legal. Have this weird way of thinking I apply towards regional fighters fighting close to, but on the card they're supposed to be on, but aren't on. Explain this, Braden. I'm confused. Who's my lock? I don't know yet. Over in the co-main, under 1.5 in the Nelson fight. Honestly, pick 'em. Should I do the first ever over under Lock City? Because I was thinking that same thing too. Over 2.5, minus 400 in the fucking co-main. McKinney and Nelson, under 1.5, minus 270. Probably be chalk, but it's still a solid little two-legger. He did beat his ass the entire fight after he was robbed of a finish, true. Dan Hooker's crazy ass bare knuckle tournaments are fucking wild. So you're saying, Brady, you're saying that Nelson fighting on this card because they're going to Canada soon means he should lose. If physically and mentally and career-wise you're ready to fight 1 week after the event in your hometown, why not fight on your card representing your home nation unless you aren't meant to win? I mean, to be fair, it's not 1 week after. It's a month later. You're fading the Canadian respect. Yeah, Nelson did get the KO, but the ref didn't call it. You single bet Adesanya at plus 100 a month ago because I knew it was value. It's a good play. Yeah. I think Adesanya, I mean, even now, minus 130. I'm still not high on Nelson either, bro. I think Frivola's washed. Frivola's washed beyond belief, bro. Frivola's got like nothing left type of washed. Izzy and Ignacio lock that. Live two-leg. Kickboxer parlay. Both guys can strike really well. See what the line is for that. Dude, you can just go Adesanya straight. You get plus 136 for a two-leg, but like you could just bet Izzy at minus 130. Then you could do a separate parlay, Ignacio Bajo and like Chase Hooper. Or Ignacio Bajo and fucking. What is him in Navajo? Oh, it's terrible. Minus 160. It's bad. That is bad. Why not take the extra month to train and represent Canada in Canada if you're ready to fight? I guess they didn't want him to, bro. They threw him on this card. I think McKinney handles, makes Duncan look good. I'm going to say the same. Adesanya by decision odds. Izzy on the scorecards is plus 170. Not that good. Not that good. Swigging 1 gallon of water per day, trying to at least respect on that. Respect on that. Same thing with Hardwick and Jesus is pretty simple. Nah, you got a point. They're in unfavorable matchups. But I'll say one thing, and Pickham's talking about it. I see him in chat. McKinney has fought nobody, or he's beaten nobody good. McKinney, besides like Fares Ziam early, but as of recent, McKinney's only beaten shit. Only beaten shit. He really has only beaten shit. Michael Venom Page tells Ariel Helwani he has 1 fight left on the UFC deal. Says if he was to sign an extension with the promotion, he would need to have a conversation about roads to a UFC title beforehand. Yeah, he's leaving the UFC. He's leaving the UFC. That's going to be it for him. That's going to be game, set, match. Game, set, match, lad. Why do I think Giannis beats Ricky Simone? Oh, for me, I think Giannis is a guy that has pretty clean striking and underrated grappling defense. And in a fight against Ricky Simone, I just feel like he's live if his get-ups are there and he can keep it into more of a striking fight. On top of it, I also feel like Ricky Simone, he's an okay wrestler, but he's not like a Dagestani wrestler. No, it's hard to trust Chase to not get chinned. To not get chinned. You're right. You're right. Trusting Chase is a bad thing. Ricky definitely could dog it out, bro. I think Simone decision is live. I think that fight's going distance. Bro, Simone Giannis over 2.5 minus 200. That kind of feels like a likely outcome. That's probably happening. Like, what are the odds it doesn't? You know what I'm saying? Billy Quarantillo was better back then. That's true. Simone, Hooper, Chiesa, and Erosa, the Washington State parlay. I'm putting down respect on that, bro. Respect to the Washington State play. Hey, what's up, Swerve? I'm feeling great, man. I'm excited as fuck for this week's card. Let me tell you, Adesanya versus Pyfer. I'm really curious to see how it looks. Like, I really see Adesanya's pathway, but it's like he might be washed, though. If he's not washed, I really think he handles, but I don't know. I can't say it with confidence that he's not washed. Also, chat, we're at 43 likes. We're about to hit the hour mark of the stream, man. Make sure you guys run the likes up a little higher. No, I wouldn't parlay Erosa. I think Erosa, if you want to touch the money line, it's a good money line underdog attack. At plus 200 or more. I'm picking Macy Barber too. I think it's a tough fight, but I'm going Macy. Lots of so many media members coming out today saying after they rewatch Mozar Lerone on mute with no commentary, they see a decent case for Mozar winning round one. I haven't rewatched it, but curious to see your thoughts. They just don't want to be against the grain, probably, but I'm gonna have to rewatch it and see myself. At the end of the day, the fights are scored live, right? So the judges don't get the chance of rewatch either. So like the live scorecards are all that really fucking matter. It's not like they say, oh, well, you know what? We don't think this decision's right. Let's rescore it later. It could be they just want to pander to the people shitting on them. They can't deal with backlash online and shit. But I thought draw is a lot more fair. Like, I think I have no issue with a draw. Like Mozar, if there's no point deduction, it's very fair to say he wins. I don't hate that. You have Mozar winning the first, Lerone 2 and 3. That's interesting. See, I had Lerone 1, 2, and 3, but I see the argument in 3 for Mozar, but not really 1 or 2. I thought that it was good striking in 1 or 2. Billy standing TKO'd Hernandez after he wore him out with the pace and cardio. That's what he used to do. Billy Quarantillo was game for a while. Yeah, Swerve, what's the pick, bro? You going Izzy or Pyfer, bro? I'm excited to hear your take. I agree, Fluffy could dog it out. I'm trusting in the veteran. And if he gets chinned, he gets chinned. The point from the first real foul, I understand. Give him the benefit of that. I understand. Point deducted in round 4. Still having decided slightly in Izzy. Respect. You don't know much about Billy Q. I must be a casual, bro. He's an OG, man. He's a Tampa guy. He's like one of Tampa's only fucking fighters that did, actually win fights in the UFC, to be honest, bro. He's like the only Tampa guy that caught dubs. Everybody else catching L's on L's. You think be a bit more loose with the point taken away? You think Mark Goddard had the British bias? I understand. I understand that. I think he wants to make a statement like, you kick low, we're going to take points away. People saying the O2 Arena was dead. It didn't seem like it. But I will say, I was watching back. I showed because Jersey Girl had never seen the press conference with Nate Diaz and McGregor. So I was showing her 1 and 2 presser. I was showing her the water bottle shit. And what she said was she was like, oh, I can definitely see it was more raw back then. You know, and it really was, yo. It was like a more raw feel. Haven't checked out your picks yet. You're picking Izzy, I assume. I am picking Izzy. I'm gonna trust in range management, dude. Dude, my breakdown yesterday was probably my most lit breakdown of the year. It was a fun ass time. It was an hour, 20 something minutes, bro. I just went off, dude. The Izzy fight was in depth, yo. We talked for a while about that fight. I like Cub Swanson a lot. I picked the crafty vet, dude. I don't know. Pyfer is not all that to me. You think Pyfer gonna get his Drew Dober on and chin Izzy? Oh shit. Oh shit. For Ilya to most likely KO Justin on Trump's birthday is crazy. That's what's gonna happen. Exactly. Piper's not on the same level with the guys that's beating Izzy. Like, I don't think I just how can I put this? I kind of feel like Joe Pyfer is a fucking industry plant, dog. Be Joe Pyfer. But then Jack Hermanson wins a decision against him. Like, okay, he got a nice knockout of Marc-Andre Barrios, but Marc-Andre Barrios is fucking mid, dude. Marc-Andre Barrios is what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1 and 5 in his last 6 fights. Dustin Stoltzfus knocked him out in the first round, too. Won a decision against Kelvin Gastelum, but like actually was getting touched a little bit in the third. Beat Abus Magomedov, who's known to quit. And Adesanya on the other side is the greatest middleweight ever, potentially. Right, bro. Him taking this version of Gastelum to a decision. Gastelum's barely beaten Dustin Stoltzfus. Dog, Joe Pyfer lost to Dustin Stoltzfus on Contender Series. It was an arm injury, I know. But like, is Joe Pyfer much better than Dustin Stoltzfus? I don't know about that, dude. I feel like it's either Pyfer with a quick KO, body cam off type shit, or Adesanya Styles on him. Dude, Izzy's one of the best ever, bro. And yeah, he's 36 and Pyfer's 29, but I don't think Pyfer is this future world champ. I think he's a fun guy to watch. I think he'll be on the roster for a long time. I just don't see it. It was a fluke injury, but I'm just saying, bro, Joe Pyfer, is he that much better than Dustin Stoltzfus? Dustin Stoltzfus loses to Gastelum on a competitive decision with Fat Stillum missing weight by 6 pounds. I don't know, man. The Izzy chin is shaky, but to be fair, Strickland, sick boxer. Duplessis, damaging kickboxer. Imavov, the most technical striker in the fucking middleweight division. Big J, my business sponsors Dom Marfan and Tom Nolan. Dom fighting Cody Steele. Ziam refused to sign the Nolan bout agreement. Got the interview link up when you need interview content, bro. Listen, man, I would love to do it, Ryan Mayfield. Yeah, I'm down. I probably want to schedule it a little closer to that Sydney card. But yeah, we can do it. I would love to. That sounds cool to me. I'm interested in it. I think that'd be a lot of fun. I think it'd be insightful. I think people would enjoy it. I think that a lot of positive would come from it. Bro, I really feel like I'm the man, bro. I got 2 phones, bro. I got my old phone that I keep in here for the clock, and I got my new phone. It's so crazy how many emails I get. Funny, bro. You and KZ should collab, bro. I agree. Pick 'em. You and KZ need a collab, bro. I think you could start something cool. Pick 'em in KZ. Like, instead of the money line, I wasn't zoned out. I was looking at my email. What could we name the show for Pick 'em in KZ if they start a little podcast? What could we call it, guys? It could be a cult banger. Yeah. Yo, they call it the plus money line. The plus money line, baby. Listen, man, we're inspired by AJ. We're inspired by the money line. We're calling it the plus money line, baby. Pick 'em in KZ, bringing the heat. And you have like a similar fucking intro. Holy shit. Alex Pereira is the heaviest puncher in UFC history. They bring you the plus money picks. They bring you the plus money. They bring you the plus money. No, I wasn't zoned out, bro. I was just checking my phone. MMA Joey talking shit. Really, what was he saying? Call it my picks aren't bets. That's actually a W. What did Red Elephant say? I'm not picking Steel. I just think he's super entertaining. Last fight, Steel's a banger. Steel's fun to watch. Yeah, I'm seeing Ariel saying Connor's pretty much a lock. Fuck yeah. Moneyline overlaying the logo across that. That'd be fucking hilarious, dude. The Pick Z show. Yeah, but nah, I definitely want to see KZ and Pick'em do a show. That'd be a vibe as fuck. I need it, bro. Can Connor keep his nose clean for that long, though? I think he's only got to be clean a few weeks before the fight, and then, the shit will happen. The value side instead of the money line, that'd actually be funny as fuck. That'd be fucking great. That I'm a gambling bro? Was mocking the bets? What? He tried that shit on anyone who gambles because I think he used to and lost a lot of money. And now he never does. That's fucking weird. $50 an hour, Yuri. All right, deal. 50 an hour. I struggle to even understand what the trash talk is about. I don't really get it. Because we like talking MMA bets? I don't quite understand. I don't know, bro. I don't know, bro. The gambling bro. I wouldn't really call myself a gambling bro. I'd call myself an MMA analyst, bro. I don't quite understand. He's very contrarian, yeah. He's very contrarian. Kenny Okoye and Joey are friends. Kenny Okoye is chill. Me and Joey were cool for a long time. I'm surprised to hear that, bro. He's probably just mad because I said Lerone Murphy should have, at the very least, drawed the fight. And I know he said 5-0 Mozar. I saw it on Twitter. Bro, he unfollowed me on Twitter, I think. More pure when he used to watch it. Bro, we like to have fun throwing the money down on the fights. It ain't that big of a fucking deal. He's super mad I cut to 184. I know, bro. It's because I lost 24 pounds. People pissed. They don't want to see six-pack J. MMA experts, we give the picks. You risk the gambling. W, bro. I can't lie. I learned a lot about gambling from this stream and the Discord. Y'all made me a much better gambler. Fuck yeah. W, Braden. Hell yeah. That's funny as fuck, man. Yeah, that's weird, man. I didn't hear it, man. I'm only hearing it from second order. But all good, my boy. All good. Not really anything to hate, bro. Kind of like a scared kid when I put Izzy out. Hey, W on being down 17 pounds and up 5.69 lean mass. That's nice. Doing a great job. The amount of dogs and picks I've been able to call just from learning here as well. Props Jay to AJ for this community. Hell yeah, Hollow Heretic. I love it. AJ, you're looking like you're ready for a top 15 fight at 170. Let's go, bro. 170 J. Hey. A sellout. What? I don't know. The thing is, I guess we have to, if he really said this, which I don't know if he did, just because people have said things like that, it's slightly delusional for a couple of reasons. I don't sell bets at all. I could, and I could make a lot of money doing that. But instead, I just want to give you guys the fucking coverage because I love the game. So I'm not selling out on anything. I'm the opposite of a sellout. I just have the inherent knowledge of the gambling side more than some. Yes. I don't quite understand that. That's very weird. I don't understand that. Weird. I don't know, bro. I don't take it personal, dude. End of the day, people don't like me. People like me. It's been like this for years, dude. But I'd agree, man. I'm a hard guy not to like. Always respectful, doesn't start nonsense, laid back and cool. The truth of it all is that, bro. Come on, bro. The only reason people tend to shit talk you, and this is something that I've heard before, is because they think that you're better than them. It's an insecurity of self that comes out when they shit on you. That's it. It's all just a pandering against self, you know? No, I don't think Finch is a sellout. I think he wants to sell bets. He's not full-time everyday MMA YouTube, right? He has a job outside of this. He has knowledge of the game and he likes to sell his bets and give them out. And if people want to buy them, they buy them, you know? If you were a sellout, you'd have a paid Discord that you'd be making thousands off of. Bro, can you imagine? Like I have a $4.99 Discord, $4.99 a month. And we can join the Discord and members. Dude, I just do that so if the people want to be members, they can give the extra level of support. But dude, there's people out there that will sell it. I could probably get, oh, it's a betting Discord. $100 a month. Fuck no, I'm not doing that shit. I agree. Finch is the realest and smartest in the game as far as selling bets. Like I think that Finch has a lot of merit to sell his bets. If there's anybody I'm going to back that I respect their betting side, it's Finch. He did 5 fights. Me and Finch talk all the time, and we both fucking see eye to eye on a lot. Sometimes we disagree, but after the show, we always have very intellectual conversations about money and betting and shit like that. So, like, I think it makes sense that he sells them. Like, and he wants to. Let him. I don't think he's a sellout for that. If people want to buy, they buy. I don't because I'm full-time content. It's a little different, you know? I give the picks out in the video. I do this week's best of mate bets. I got a lot of shows that I do all week. And honestly, bro, people win and they kick it back to me anyway. So like, instead of charging them before, I'm just going to be confident in my picks. And when people win, they want to bless me. I'm happy, bro. You sold picks for a year, but then I was taping so many fights on the regional organizations too. I stopped because I don't have time to tape as much as I used to. I respect on that, Pick'em. Yeah, that's fine. You're doing what you need to do, Pick'em. Hey, WZ. WZ. Taping fights does take a lot of time. So now you add in regional tape, bro. Regional tape is torture. KZ is a savage this year. I'm really proud of KZ, man. Hey, thank you, Midwest Cannabis. Respect, bro. Respect, bro. Joey, the biggest clown on my YouTube. If he actually was talking shit about me, I have to say yes. I feel bad for him on that losing streak, though, Mew. That's tough, man. But I always more so push, like, don't throw down that much heat. Be intelligent about your bets, you know? Bet down what you're willing to put at risk. And when it's bet, it's gone. And if you happen to get it back, great. I think Terrence McKinney can't settle down. He's crazy only, bro. 5 most confident picks. I'm undecided, bro. I will decide soon. Me and Finch are doing a show tonight, and he's doing his 5 most confident. I always really enjoy chopping it up with Finch before making my final analysis on everything. Word to the big JW, bro. I love it when people in the community are killing it with the picks and takes. Fuck yeah, bro. Chat, we're at 49 likes. Let's run it up to 55, baby. 55, Jay. The Terrence McKinney, I know exactly what we're talking about. Yeah, that shit was crazy. We need a full card sweep, Jay. It's coming, bro. It's going to happen. Hey, every week it's live, man. Every week is live, bro. We're going to get it at some point. You surprised me on Douglas against the human pinata? Bro, it's more my fade contender series mentality. For like so many matchups, they be winning. Then Campbell got exposed bad last card. I don't know Red Elephant. There are some hard fights to call this week, KZ. Agreed. Hey, we get you and Pick'em doing the show. I'm telling you, it's going to be sick, dude. I'm already imagining it. That'd be cool, bro. I really need to see you guys link up. It's time KZ gets his big break. Never trust a UK fighter ever. For the most part, contender series guys are legit from last season. I guess you got to trust Luke Riley, though. But I guess he's not. You know, he's not a contender series guy. You're right. He's an industry plant. Belgaroui is your most confident call. Respect, Brayden. Most people are too lazy to study the tapes, so they'd rather pay for picks to put them work themselves. Yeah, it's true. Over or under 5 dogs hitting this week? I say under 5. Bro, Yakayev is a fucking disgusting favorite. Yeah. Is Malik in UFC 6? Nope. Belgaroui is. Riley looked good, but he's very hittable, as wasn't all that, and he had moments. True. I don't think Riley's the next champ. I just think Riley's a fun watch. Bro, I knew it was trouble for Campbell when he started talking like Trey Shangor that his name's going to be remembered with MMA greatness. I'm like, can you just focus on one fight at a time? Bro, Brito and Riley is a perfect fight, though. Put him to the fucking test, man. You think Yushri's going to chin our boy fucking Malik? Oh, shit. American prospects have been sucking, so not a terrible take. He might fuck him up. Bro, the pink shorts it was humiliating, bro. Yeah. The pink shorts, terrible. You just have to make a pick and be confident. A lot of variance to these fights, considering nothing's regulated with refs judging, points taken, etc. True. I think this card is going to be decent. You're right. He was scanned to UFC 6 before his debut. It is industry plant. You're right. Do I regret the Lerone pick? Of course, it was wrong. Regardless of the decision. Yeah, I would rather be right. Yeah, I think Sterling's a lock on this card, but dude, so do the books. He's a 6-1 favorite. No regret picking Lerone. I was, I'd rather be right, but it is what it is. Who cares? Who cares? MVP next? Dude, I got no fucking idea. I don't know. Give him a fucking grappler. It's going to take him down. Bonfim below winner. Boom. I think Abdul-Malik feels free this week. Dude, a lot of people in the chat are on the other side of you on that. A lot of the community is going the other side. I'll run a poll right now because I'm curious. That's Pick'em's lock, too, of Belgaroui. The right bet for the Mozar fight was going distance. You're right, 100%. Dude, Patterson was so dumb. I'm like, why didn't he just press? What he did in round 3 worked. Bro, Peyton Talbot cooks Pink Panther. I think Nathaniel Wood's solid. I mean, I thought he won against Keita and Delgado in close fashion. Nathaniel Wood is a tough out, especially for like newer guys coming in. Dude, I was saying feed MVP to Orabai on the post-fight show, Swerve. Yeah, we need that, bro. Yes, Orabai will wrestle fuck him. I'm going Orabai MVP and Orabai domination. Hey, what's up, Charlie Combat? How you feeling, bro? How you feeling? How you feeling? Yeah, give me Orabai versus him. Hunter was a lawyer. He wasn't an MMA fan. That's why the matchmaking is so garbage. He's a casual. He is like the Don Davis of the UFC. MVP, he's a tactical fighter, but it's just boring. Patterson did seem high. You donate money to the UFC if they fed MVP to Orabai? I think they might do it. Bro, Colby Medic would be a fucking pleasure. I think they'll do Medic versus Leon. Brendan Allen Shabazian is terrible matchmaking. Completely agree. Fight's a fucking joke. Fight's a fucking joke, let me tell you. That fight like pisses me off. I would rather see Jared Cannonier up in there. Orabai versus MVP would feed Experts Army. Fuck yeah, Orabai all day, bro. All day. You're sad about the Evloev decision. He was the last leg of your parlay to win 450. I cashed out for 75 of the first 3 that he had no shot, bro. Fuck a cash out. I don't believe in cashing out, bro. I just fucking believe in riding with it and hoping for the best. MVP doing the Cobra shit is so accurate. Dude lulls you to sleep. Agreed. Chat, we're at 55 likes. If we hit 65 likes in the next 5 minutes, I'll stream till 2 hours. So if you want me to stick around on this Monday stream and make it a longer stream, give me 10 more likes. That ain't hard to do either. I think that'll be pretty easy. Yeah, bro. Fuck a cash out. Fuck a cash out. Dude, what I need, though, is Mason Jones, Drew Dober. I need that fight. Please. Please do that fight. Please do that fight, UFC. Please. My fade in Tommy guns next week. Oh, let me see. Let me see, bro. Tommy guns. Tommy guns. I forgot about his fight next week. Fuck no. He's a lock. Zacchini's terrible, bro. Tommy Guns is a lock, dude. Zacchini, what? Morgan Charrier, stoppage. Bro, I'm going Tommy Guns over the Italian. I'm not picking the Italian. Elise Pereira versus Haley Cohen. I think Haley Cohen cooks. There's some fucking ladies fights galore on that card. My God. 1, 2, 3 ladies fights. But at least Verna and Tabitha Ricci is good. Estevam and Ewing is cool. That's a weird card, though. Azamat Bakoyev and Trayshawn Gore. Jesus. 20-4 versus 5-4. Guillermo Pat versus Thomas Peterson. Ruchala versus Delano. Man, I like Delano, bro. Ruchala's fucking mid. Lando Venata versus Darius Flowers. Dude, this card is shit. Next week's card is shit. I mean, like, I'm sure it'll be decent entertainment, but it's like a really bad card. So Duncan and Moicano is cool. Richie and Verna is cool. McMillan and Zacchini is cool. Estevam Ewing is decent. Charles Racky and Henrique is interesting. Abdul Yakev and Hibero's a squash match. The rest of it, I mean, I don't know, man. I mean, Delano and Ruchala, it could end up being entertaining, but it's like, holy shit, bro. No fucking ranked fights besides the main and co-main. The Winnipeg card is terrible, too. I don't even want to talk about that one. Let me get the Winnipeg card up. The Winnipeg card. Oh, shit. Burns and Malot's the main event. Phillips, Jourdain, the co-main. Corinne Silva, Jazavicius. Balogden, Castaneda. Mitch Raposo, Nascimento. Lima versus Duhan Choi. It's actually a cool fight. Melissa Croden, Zelensniakova. Julian LeBlanc versus Valentin. Bozier, Saracom. Jamie Lynn Horth versus Aldrich. Nalo versus Jai Herbert's good. Moises Gage Young is okay. Still, bro, that's like below an Apex card. It's like a UFC Challenger Series card, for God's sake. Couple of weak ones, dude. Couple of weak ones. So, we got 327, banger. Winnipeg, mid. Apex, mid. Perth, stacked as fuck, but be ready to get up at 4 a.m. if you're on Eastern time. That's a good card, though. And then 328, banger. Melky Costa, Arnold Allen, banger. At least the main event. I don't even know about the full card. They don't have it finished yet. So it might be good. Macau card, eh. 2 cards at fucking 3 and 4 a.m. in the month of May is annoying. Apex card, Balal. What we're looking at here. Okay. I got an idea of what we're looking at. Yeah, Jai Herbert. Jai Herbert's fighting your boy, bro. Yeah, the Miami card is the best card of the year. BSD would have beat Moicano if not for the doctor stoppage. He won the second round, yeah. The VO's Apex card was 10 times better on paper than this week's card. But, dude, I'm telling you, this week's card, compared to next week, this week's card is a gift, bro. So just fucking buckle in. Buckle in, my bro. Buckle in. Next week, it's going to be a little slow. But then the week after is good. Hey, we're at 73 likes. I like what I'm seeing, man. The like button is moving really nicely. So we're on track to hit 100 likes on this stream, which is what I want. Melky over Allen all day. I think I'm going to pick that, but Allen's a gangster. Contender Series back in August, bro. I'm going to be working like a mad dog in August. Dude, Italian MMA has never been good. Cost of the first person to finish Allen? I don't know. Eileen, no. Canadian MMA is so paper thin for talent. We're giving Mike Malata main event, right, dude? I thought they were going to do Brendan Allen versus Dricus Duplessis as the main event for that card. They fumbled. Sterling Hooper, Bahamondes, McKinney, Adesanya, plus 463 live. The shit cards are usually the most entertaining because we expect nothing from them and then they deliver. True. Costa coming off finishing two people who had never been finished, both at over 30 pro fights. It's a valid statement. Melky's on fire right now. Brock Lesnar in his prime versus Brando Perisic. I don't know how the fuck I'd pick it. But yo, I will say Brando Perisic is a fun watch. He's somebody the UFC should invest in way more than fucking Pinto, bro. Pinto was garbage, dude. Pinto was garbage, bro. How bad was Pinto? Why don't fighters stay leaner during fights so the weight cut's easier? Because they like to eat, bro. Simple as that. Harry Hardwick, when he comes back, they'll give him a fight. He'll probably lose, but, you know. He's like the British Chris Moutinho. Then he'll go back to winning in Cage Warrior. RoboCop? Who is next for RoboCop? I don't know. I would pick DeRitter, but they're boys and DeRitter's moving up in weight. Lerone Murphy's over Shamrocks. Yeah, I remember, bro. Melky, yo, we were on him for the come up. It's hard for me to pick against Melky, bro. He's just been having great success. I've been right every time I've been picking him. So it's like one of those guys where I don't even want to fade. RoboCop Cannoneer rematch, not terrible. No, I didn't see that. Useless. What happened? The OnlyFans creator died? Nah, I never saw that. Yeah, what did Shamrock go through? He's in prison, right? I don't know, man. I think Shamrock's trash. I speak for most MMA fans. We don't like Shamrock. I know Guru loves him because that's his boy, but nah, he's not that guy, bruh. He's not that guy, pal. Mantas Kondratavicius was a letdown of the century. Mason Jones, Drew Dober, bam. It's the fight to make. As a Londoner, I was let down by our card, bro. The London cards is not hitting the same. The London cards just don't move the same anymore. I think Brando destroys Pinto too. Yeah, he pushed, begging for the glove tie. It's a joke, bro. I don't like him. Yeah, he'll go on a massive run. I don't see it. I don't see it, bro. What's next for Ewo? I say do the Kute Laba fight. Add it to the card next weekend because that card sucks. Tell him, listen, bro, you want to do another fight? We'll get you in fucking Vegas. Fuck a Colby Covington Conor McGregor fight. Dude, Ewo versus Kute Laba. I think Ewo cooks Kute Laba. That's what I want to see. Get revenge for your boy Umar C. He'll fuck up Kute Laba. Ewo versus Ming Yang. Ming Yang's booked against Alonzo Menafield. They're doing that shit at Macau. Call it mid-cow, bro, because that card is mid as fuck. Mid-cow. It is, bro. It's mid. Bro, that's the way to go. Kute Laba. Ewo versus Ewan. Iwo already beat Ebo. He already beat the other 3-letter name in the division to start it with an I. Iwo versus Ewan. Iwo is gonna fuck Ewan up. That W in the middle is different, bro. He got a W in his name, bro. Iwo Baranowski actually has some legit top 15 potential. He's the fucking savior of the light heavyweight division. I think he's the best prospect right now at light heavyweight. Kind of the only prospect. At middleweight, best prospect, who? Damian Pinas, maybe? Ewo's got a judo base. I think he can stop some takedowns, but let's find out. You can see Ewo moving down if he eventually gets caught. I could see Ewo at 85, but him versus Kutelab is nice. Cannot wait for August to December and May. Contender series, better cards, better matchups, post-international fight week and White House card. Yup. Second half of the year is always better. The first half of the year is just slow, man. I've seen it every year, bro. I've been covering this game for so long, bro. I've just seen it all. You guys saw Reese McKee got signed to PFL? Wow. Wow. Well, Umar C is awful. Umar C was a fucking industry plant, too, that absolutely folded. A MAID program in Canada? I don't know what the fuck that is. Streets need an Islam Dulatov announcement? True. 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 I think Ateba's the best prospect in middleweight? I don't know, bro. I feel like Ryan Gondra could end up chinning Ateba Gautier. Ryan Gondra's a fucking savage. I like Ryan Gondra. I'm a bit on that Gondra's witness side. Hey, chat. Get me to 80 likes, yo, on YouTube. Boost that algorithm 10% for me. We got 22 minutes left in the stream. La LJ, we losing the mortgage? Who? Who? Bro, give Jacoby Smith anybody, bro. He hits fucking hard. He can wrestle good. Like, what's not to like? Jacoby Smith's a fun watch. I like his style a lot. And he's a good American prospect, bro. We don't have many. Anderson was finishing world-class guys with ease. I love Anderson Silva, but hold on a second before you actually say that. Anderson Silva finishing world-class guys with ease. Anderson Silva in his prime. Best wins. In all honesty, best wins. Nate Marquardt, Rich Franklin, Dan Henderson, Forrest Griffin, Damian Maia, Chael Sonnen, and Vitor, Derek Brunson. I mean, his finish over Vitor was amazing. His comeback win over Chael was amazing. His destructive win in the rematch was great. The Dan Henderson W was a sensation. But to be fair, you know, the top of the top, you know what I'm saying? Like, there was Travis Luter, James Irvin, Patrick Cote, Talis Leches, you know, Yushin Okami in the mix of those championship fights. Hey, what's up, Invincible? It's good to see you too, bro. But Anderson's win over Vitor was fucking amazing. Like, there's no doubt about it. But Cheetah Silva, they were boys, though. That's why they didn't fight. They were boys. They were motherfucking boys, though. Which is why we never saw him throw down. There was a lot of love between the two of them, you know? Hey, W. Andrew Kavanaugh. Shit is getting crazy, bro. We're about to have a lit ass card. About to have a lit card. I think Adesanya get back is on its way. At least that's what I pray for, bro. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Teba versus Cannonier. Teba's fighting Ozzy Diaz, bro. He ain't getting a Cannonier fight. Oh yeah. They giving him fucking light touch fights, bro. Izzy's crazy. I remember him versus Costa, two undefeated fighters, and he destroyed him. Prime Izzy was the best, bro. And then he had some boring fights, but it is what it is. I think the truth about Adesanya is simple. When he's on, he's on. What's my bench? The most I've ever done is 350. Give it Tebo Roman Delidze. Honestly, bro, not a terrible idea. CLD was a letdown of the card, bro. He looked fucking mid. I say yes to Manuel Torres versus Ludovic Klein, but the problem is Ludovic fucked that leg up against Rembeshki, so I don't know when Ludovic's coming back. What does it take for me to miss a card? I won't be missing a card. Hey, W Shameless from Down Under, my boy. Savage W, bro. El Loco is a fucking dog. Come on, El Loco's the boy, lad. El Loco's the boy, lad. Yeah, dude, who doesn't love Ludovic Klein? Ludovic's a savage. Remember after he KO'd Costa, he was telling Dana 30% isn't enough for missing weight. It should be more. I like that he was calling that shit out back then. But, 30% is about peak of what they'll take still now. The Adesanya era was nice, man. I think we can see a resurgent Adesanya win in this spot against a Joe Pyfer that's just untested at this level, bro. He hasn't proven himself, you know? I know you knew ball when you picked Torres over Dawson. So many people were on Dawson. It's such a bad take. Yeah, bro. I said Torres power too much. Dawson's chin. You can't be getting knocked out by a Bobby Green fucking light straight and then beating Manuel. Dude, I have some great picks, but occasionally you miss the great ones. It is what it is. Sometimes you miss, sometimes you hit. I regret the Sam Patterson underdog mainly because Sam didn't fight for our money. That's what pissed me off. Izzy versus RoboCop if he wins Saturday. I mean, I'd be down for that. Pyfer's best win is Gastelum. Unless you want to go, Pyfer's best win is Stoltzfus. Or not Stoltz. He lost to Stoltzfus. What? Gastelum. Maybe Avis Magomedov. He did beat Avis. Thank you for the love of the Nathaniel Wood pick, bro. AJ, I'm still baffled the amount of people saying Mozar won. I think it's either a win for Lerone or a draw, clearly. That's what I thought, Nacho Guy. It seems like on the rewatch, a lot of people have the contrary opinion. I don't know. Or they're just pandering to what the UFC decided. I guess I'll have to watch and see myself. Because when you're watching on the rewatch, here's the issue. You're watching with knowing that the decision already existed going this way. So even unintentionally, you will slightly favor the side of what Mozar did to justify why you thought he won. That's why there's really only one way to score a fight. It's exactly when it happens, and you just make the call there. And if it's a bad decision, it's a bad decision. On the rewatch, you are now wired in your brain knowing the end result. You can say you're not going to be biased, but you are going to be, unfortunately. So yeah, it's kind of fucked. Because like you're gonna look for why they scored it for Mozar. Oh, well, I can see it. Versus if you didn't know anything and you watched that fight live for a first time, a lot of people scored it for Laurent. Yeah. That's the biggest thing that I don't believe in the rewatch thing being like all that valid because the fights are scored live as they happen without knowing what happens. And we're gonna rewatch it and see how we score it, you know? Yeah, the subconscious mind will lean to what already happened. That is the problem with the rewatch scoring. So my initial scorecard, Lerone Murphy. The draw is fine. I have no issue with the draw. I will not sit here and argue with the draw because the third round, there was a beautiful shot by Mozar that could have stole him the round. No argument. So I think draw is fair. Ultimately, it went to Mozar. It's better for the UFC though, because Lerone Murphy's out with a hip injury. He's not going to be ready to fight. So then John Silva would have got the title shot. And Mozar deserves the shot now. So let's give it to him. Who cares about the decision at the end of the day? If there wasn't a point deduction, he wins 3 rounds. That's fine. I think Yuri wins over Olberg. The king never left. Hey. Yeah, I think Chiesa handles in the retirement fight, bro. Off the couch, Nico Price coming off a quick knockout. Come on. Hey, Reese Peshke, thank you for $4.99, bro. Can't wait for UFC 327. I'll be going. Are you surprised to see Van as a plus 160 dog in the spot, or am I missing something? I favor him over Tyra, to be honest. I'm not surprised because a lot of people favor him to lose. They think actually that the side of Tyra's grappling is going to be crazy good in this fight and way too much for Van. Ultimately, we don't know yet with Joshua Van on the grappling defense. It's going to be a bit of an intuition-based pick. You have to either believe that Tyra gets it to the ground and controls when it's there, or that Van is able to defend the spots. I've been a Van's witness a long time. Am I going to go against it? Probably not. I'll probably underdog him. Thank you for the 5, Reese Peace. Bro, I don't think Dana should give it to John Silva, but he might. You can't not pick Pyfer here. Bro, I'm picking against Pyfer. How can I pick Pyfer? Who's he beat? Lock of the week options? Dude, I don't know yet. Hard. You could do a Lock City parlay. I mean, my initial instinct was Navajo Sterling with Ignacio Bahamondes, but the problem is it's such a fucking trash line, bro. Let me see if Hard Rock Bet finally has the odds up. They didn't last night because I was looking to place that bet last night. And they didn't have it up. I know. I don't love adding a -6, but what the fuck am I going to do? Like, I want to, at the end of the day, I look to win. I'm not chasing odds. I'm chasing W's. So let's say you did do that. And you're like, okay, I like Ignacio. What is he at? Wow, they don't even have the fucking full card yet. Hold on. Oh, they do. Okay, here we go. Navajo, 525. Bahamondes, 3-1. You're looking at -170. Ah, I'm about to bet 170 down. Let's throw it now, just so I already have it, and then look for an underdog later. -170, bro. Am I taking Van? I'm not 100% sure yet, but if I pick against Van and he wins, I'm an idiot because I've been a Van bank rider forever. Hey, what's up, R3? Izzy for the lock? I honestly think Izzy's a good money line attack. And then you could hedge it with Pyfer by sub. I think Ignacio Chase Hooper solid. Yeah, that's another one I was thinking. Navo Sterling at 6-1 is fucked, bro. But Ignacio and Chase Hooper is pretty good, bro. -113. The worry is, though, Chase Hooper's glass jaw. Is that McKinney fight 10 round 1 to any parlay, free square? Honestly, you're right, though. Let me see something real quick if they have the over-unders yet, because I might throw in the under 1.5. Nah, they don't have it yet. Shit. That under 1.5 is going to be juice, though. I'm debating, bro. I mean, I like Ignacio. I think he wins. I'll be really surprised if he sells against an old Tafik Masayev. Bro, I really hate that. Like, I don't want to give away a -170 lock city, bro. Let's see. Any underdogs? I think like Julian Erosa's a live dog, but obviously shit could go awry. Tyrell Fortune's a good little close money play. Under 1.5 always juice. Got to take round 1 or under half. True. Dude, I think Giannis is a live dog, but everybody's telling me I'm crazy. Everybody telling me I'm crazy, bro. Everybody tell me I'm nuts for going Giannis. But I don't know. He was in camp for the Quinones fight, but then Quinones pulled out. Chat, we're at 86 likes. Get me 90 up in here. We're closing in on the 2-hour mark of stream. We're 4 likes away from 90. I'll be happy as fuck with that. I'm the biggest John Jones fan you ever meet, but Izzy's doing exactly what Jones should have done, fighting the next generation. Listen, I got all love for Izzy going for it. Thing is, though, Izzy taking the L's, right? John never lost. Bro, if Chase Hooper sells, though, how mad am I going to be? I don't know. I'm going to think about it. I'm going to talk to Finch tonight before I lock anything in, I think. Because I just like to see where me and him meet up in the, connection of the minds type shit. I think Ignacio's a lock, bro. But he's a 3-1 favorite, So it's like you have to parlay him. So if you go, okay, Ignacio's your lock, right? You build everything around Ignacio. Then it's like, all right, if I look towards the main card, do I want a chance? Oh, I'll go Ignacio and Adesanya. But the problem is, I'm getting plus 132. But I can fucking straight bet Izzy, dog. I can straight bet him at minus 135. Let's see. Realistically, bro, at minus 113, Ignacio and Hooper is a solid little 2-leg. Ignacio plus Izzy's nice, but you can money line Izzy, though. For the lock city, bro, the 2-legger, I don't know. I want to cook like a lock of locks. Like, I just don't think Navajo, Sterling, or Ignacio lose. So, I don't know. I'll see. Might just say fuck it and go the minus 170 and just lock that. Then I'll give out Giannis as a savage dog call. But I don't know. Or I could give out the Izzy and Ignacio parlay as a plus money play. But it's not that good, Hey, W8 in Simonic, bro. I appreciate you tuning in. You caught me live, bro. Make sure you hit the like, bro. We're trekking for 100 likes. You guys want 100 likes? Or is it just me? I'll make a deal with y'all. If we hit 100 likes by the 2-hour mark, Big J will shadow box it up. Bam. That's the thing. Lance just not scared of Chase. Chase might get cooked. I'm going to at least lock in a little bit. I think I'll be stupid to not lock. I know it's minus 170, but Ignacio and Navajo feels like a good little lock play to have for like a safety parlay. I'm just gonna lock it in, bro. I'll just throw even down just to get my money. That's fine. And then I'm gonna consider trying to find some plus, but I'm not gonna stress myself too much. As you can see, ladies and gentlemen, we see a wild agent in his natural habitat. W. Who am I considering for a lock? I don't know yet, bro. I'm probably going to do what I did last week, a parlay and then maybe an underdog. Little chalky parlay, like a lock city, safe city special. Because I'm 2-0 on those. And then potentially a little plus. Lock city is your thing. We have all our things. The thing is some favorites. Yeah, dude. Lock City is my bread and butter, bro. I'll be surprised if that Lock City loses at minus 170. That's a lock. That's a real lock. People always say, bro, do a real lock. So then I can also give a fucking little plus money attack. I might make something different. I'll see. You could go like Giannis and Simone over 2.5. What's that play? Let me see. Let me check something. Damn, they don't have anything. I'm trying to find something similar to it. So if you went Ricky Simone and Adrian Giannis over 2.5, and you parlay that with Bahamondes, you got plus 100. But now I'm taking over. The 2-leg that's minus 170, Bahamondes and Navajo Sterling, bro. Fuck it. I listen, bro. My mindset is this. I would bet on both of them at -170 as locks. So putting them together, like I don't see a loss. I don't think Navajo sells, and I don't think Ignacio sells. And if you're talking about just hitting, bro, like I'm trying to hit. You think Ricky Simone wins? You think decision? Because that over 2.5 is only 2-1. Like that's not a bad call. You hate the Lock City chalk. We need plus money, Jay. Bro, I be including both in the video. I got it. Like I have some folks that want the real lock of locks and then some that want the plus. So I'm catering to both audiences. Don't worry. Don't worry, bro. I always do. I always find a way. Grasso Adesanya, I respect it. Grasso's a good underdog. Even though I'm picking Barber, I don't want to bet Barber. I might say that over 2.5, though. That over 2.5 in a 3-leg, like honestly, you could run that 4-1 over 2.5. I doubt that fight finishes. And then next, you know, it finishes and you're pissed, though. I think the Seattle crowd is going to be loud. I think the Seattle card is going to be fun. I got Izzy for the win, yeah. But is it worth me parlaying Izzy at -135? See, this is the mentality I have. Adesanya and Bajo Mundez, the kickboxing parlay that I like. Granted, you could also add Usri plus 132. I'm not picking Usri, but I might be tripping on that fight because I don't want to bet Malik, so I'm gonna think more about it. I could flip. Plus 364. Adesanya, Bajo Mundez, Usri, all kickboxers at plus 364. Like I like that line. Dude, I might have to pick flip on the Usri fight. I don't know how I'm feeling about that. I was leaning Malik, but I won't even cap, bro. During the breakdown, I was kind of having little second thoughts. I don't know. I'm going to sleep on that one, though. I'll talk to the Finchmeister today, and we'll see. Seattle poster is sick, bro. Giannis hittable, doesn't move his head. If he gets chinned by Simone, holy shit. The kickboxer lay is live, bro. Bajo Mundez, Adesanya, and fucking Usri Belgaroui at plus 364. It's a pretty good parlay. That's a good ass parlay, man. I was talking about that, Jordan Harper. The problem with that is your inherent bias towards knowing the results subconsciously is going to throw you towards justifying the Evloev line. But no, I like Adesanya a lot, guys. Alex did pick him over Bakoyev. I wonder if Alex will make his comeback this week. Ricky is a hit or miss, bro. I'm picking Giannis. I don't give a fuck. But I think that there's an argument for Ricky that makes sense. We'll see. That's the biggest thing, Majestic. The reason I picked Malik is game plan. Because he's not going to be like fucking Bakoyev, T-Rex arms, getting just caught up, panic shooting and missing takedowns. Yeah, Giannis, Casey O'Neill, and Erosa. Those are 3 dogs I like. I feel like Casey O'Neill, she could win by a boring decision. Erosa by the surprise. Giannis in a 50-50. The Giannis and O'Neill picks, they feel like more worrisome, even though Erosa's a bigger dog for some reason. What's good, AJ? Enjoying these streams where you're talking about odds. Had a good card, last card. He's landed a new job. Life's good. Love from the UK. Hey, Owen Charter Gambles. W, bro. Congrats on your new job, man. Conor versus Gary was leaked. I did not hear about that. I'm not interested in Conor Gary. I feel like I want to see Conor Patty or Conor Oliveira or Conor Holloway. Gary, wow. I don't think that makes much sense, dude. That's a hard matchup for Conor, too. The length of Gary is a problem. Conor's a former 45er, dude. What? Huh. Interesting. Yeah, McGregor Max feels more right. Yeah, dude. Gary just beat fucking Bilal. I don't see that. Patty BSD matchup Arges rumors. Connor Diaz the only way. Diaz is scheduled to fight against Mike Perry, though, so that fight's out the fucking room. They're not doing it. That's it. Douglas been sub 2 times and Erosa's sub threat. Douglas, I can see losing the first round. I could see it too. They really sleeping on Erosa. Everybody thinks he's so chinny, but it's like, why did he go distance with Melky Costa then? You know? It's like, yeah, back in the day, he got caught with a few good ones, man. And I picked against him a few times. But he took some head kicks from Melky, so I'm going to say Erosa can pull through. I know everybody thinking Lahayan is the next guy up. We'll see. I'm going Juicy J as an underdog. Odds can't be overlooked, bro. You're giving me fucking more than plus 200. I'm going with him. Listen, guys, I am about to get up out of here because I got a big show later tonight. And I want to relax and eat something, all right? Smash the like button for me. Subscribe if you're new. Moneyline at 10:15 probably, but 10 p.m. Me and the Finch man breaking down the full card. I'm excited to hear his takes, man. He always is a good listen, right? When me and him, we see where we meet, we see where we differ, and I'm excited to see what calls we got together. So going to be a lot of fun. W's to the people watching. I love you guys. Thank you guys for hanging out for the past 2 hours. And yeah, I'll talk to you guys in a little bit. If you haven't seen the full card picks, you're missing out. I actually think the full card from yesterday was my best full card breakdown of the year. So definitely give it a listen. It was a banger. It was an hour, 26 minutes, bro. Your boy couldn't stop. Check it out. Love you guys. See you later. Peace.